Hey, what's going on everyone, Zeta here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are back with something a little bit interesting. We're going to be talking about the wasted potential that For Honor currently has. So I was playing the campaign yesterday. I thought I'd play through it again just to see what has changed and see what's going on. And I noticed there's a lot of stuff in the campaign that would be quite fun to have in the actual game, like in multiplayer. So all the potential in the campaign has been limited to that. The campaign, ranging from mini games, like mini games, what you can do in the game, what could be quite fun in multiplayer, to full-blown maps that have just been left to collect dust, where they could have actually been a really good map. So the first wasted potential is with that horse racing scene, where you are chasing Ragnar through the woods and through the Viking base, Viking village, trying to get him and hunt him down. Now, there's a lot of potential, first off, with this little idea. Firstly, they could make a horse racing mode, obviously, where you get to race each other. Obviously, they're going to have to change some of the way that it works, because the game is a lot different now than it was back then. So they'd have to adjust as time goes on. Like, they'd have to adjust it to where it's balanced for everyone to play. Could lead to more maps for a new game mode, which is where this is a game mode that would actually work, in my opinion. Like, rather than just having all fighting game modes, have a game mode where we have a race on horses, and make it so where you can pick things up as you're going, like fire flasks or whatever, and you can drop it behind, but kind of like a Mario Kart style of game. I think this game mode would really take off, because not only do you have now like the fighting mode where you fight each other, but now there's also another mode where you can literally race. And if they didn't want to do racing, they could do it so where there are like randomized crash tests places set up. So like randomized little like courses that you have to go through, like maybe like put shortcuts in them courses or whatever, and whoever gets the best time wins, so to speak. Like kind of like a long-term thing. That'd be a fun little game mode for them to add. Or if they don't want to add any of that, could make it an ability. I know this is going to sound really overpowered, but like an ability where pretty much someone on a horse comes running through B, and you get to do like some lance work. It must only be through B though, because obviously the other two zones are quite hard to get to. It'd be quite a funny little feat what they could add to the game if that was like something that they were to do. Just an idea, guys. Just an idea. Don't take it too seriously. Next, I'm going to be talking about that elephant mission, the one where you have to trigger the elephant to attack a certain zone. Now, I think this would be really fun if they had like a game mode where whichever team is the most annoying, it kind of wins. So basically, they fight each other, and what they have to do, the objective is to use the elephant to bash down the enemy's like gate or something. I think that would be quite fun. So you fight each other, and the objective is to use the elephant to bash down the enemy's gate. Kind of like an arena style thing. I think that would be really fun if they were to do that. Maybe even make it so the elephant just goes berserk randomly, so it's a bit more mixed up. So yeah, that's another potential game mode that they could have, but they have not used for Honor on multiplayer. Alright, forget about multiplayer for a minute. Let's talk about maps. As you can see, there's a lot of maps in For Honor on the campaign that are just really nice, and with a few tweaks, could be really good maps for multiplayer. So I personally believe that they should use these maps for something further than story mode. So there's one what I saw yesterday where you're going through a jungle, you're playing as the Valkyrie and you're walking through the jungle. I wish this was a map for multiplayer. I just think like a jungle based map would be so cool. Less about buildings and stuff and more about like greenery. Like there could be a scenario where the samurai, the Vikings, or whatever have like met up and like found each other in the woods, and now a big fight's kicked off. I just think it'd be really fun if they added like map more than just like kingdom-based fighting maps. Where you're fighting like at someone's place, somewhere like in the middle. Like in a jungle or something, or even in a field. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Another map, what I don't believe is in the multiplayer, but you have to correct me if I'm wrong, is the think it's the map where the Vikings meet up and start fighting the samurai on like the beach. I think that would be a pretty fun little map, or even like a game mode that they could use. I'm not sure if it's in multiplayer, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So that would be quite interesting. Or even the bit where you're fighting the boss. There's a little scene where you fight the boss, and there's a nice little arena there that could be quite fun to fight in. I mean, yeah, they'd have to get rid of those walls, because I feel like those walls will get pretty annoying after a bit. But other than that, I think it'd be really, really cool as like an extra map that they can use for a duel map. Another map they could start with is a map from the Samurai, the opening map called Duty. This could be a very, very, very fun map for Dominion. Reason why is because, again, there's lots of like nature and greenery and stuff around, but also there's some buildings, so there's the best of both worlds. And personally, I'm a really big fan of like nature and greenery. So this would be a really, really fun map to use. Like, but this is just like my opinion, and obviously you guys probably do agree with me. But yeah, like obviously they're gonna have to make some tweaks. Like they're gonna have to get rid of some buildings, get rid of some things that are in the way, and make it like a easy to access map. But I think it could be really, really fun if they were to do it properly. The idea of this map could be where they've pushed through like the bridge, and they've gone through the village, and now they're at like the castle bit at the back where everyone's fighting. Now this could be a pretty fun map for multiple reasons, and not just obvious because it can tell a bit of a story, but because there's a lot of like ladders and like ledges and stuff, they'd have to really deal with that by adding like barriers and stuff, because yeah, the barrier like. Everyone hates being ledged in this game, like no one likes being ledged. And they want to make maps so where they're not too ledgy, so they'd have to adjust that as it goes on. Another interesting map they could use on the Samurai campaign is a map called Unity. And this is a map where you fight another samurai. There's a really good bit at the end where it could make for a really, really fun dueling map, and there is no reason for them to not use that as like a dueling area, so that's the first thing. There's also another bit before that area where you are fighting through the village, and there's little doorways for you to break through. Now, this is probably not going to be the best idea, but like there could be buildings in the game where you have to break through the walls and stuff. It's a bit CG like, but yeah, like you can fight each other and you can like push each other through walls and stuff. I think that would be a pretty fun little Dominion map in the middle. There's a training area in the middle where obviously all the units are practicing to fight for future upcoming upcoming fights. That could be where B is, and there's also a little bit behind that of a stand where the general is standing, which could be really, really fun as like another area to fight in. And again, they could use the paper walls in the middle to make the fighting a bit more fun. So you can push people through the wall. You can like you can come through the wall, and you can break the walls down. I think that would be a pretty fun little map for Dominion. So that's another idea what I have as a new map, because that'll add an element to the game what no one's ever thought of before, breaking through walls and stuff, like and coming and like fighting and whatnot, and pushing people through walls, breaking things while fighting. So yeah, adding an element where you break things while fighting would make the game a little bit more interesting, I believe. Like walls and stuff coming down, maybe a few barrels can break while you're fighting. Just little things like that make the game a little bit more fun. Also, I like the idea that you could be like walking through a zone, and then a peacekeeper could come flying through the wall, and followed up by like a berserker or something. So yeah, that's just an idea for another Dominion map. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with what I'm saying, or if there's something else that I've missed. I'd really love to hear what you guys have to say. It's interesting to be told new stuff. So yeah, let me know. Like I'm saying that like I'm some kind of like, I don't know, like an anime character. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Thank you.